dear YouTubers, welcome back to Nazareto's channel. I will be reviewing aftermarket roof racks for 2019-2020 Toyota Rav4. Roof racks called BougeRV, and these are aftermarket roof racks, and I'm gonna give you an honest review. And I already dismounted my Toyota original roof racks. They were on my car. So here's the video. I'll show you the packaging, the material. We're gonna compare it to the originals, and I'm also gonna install these roof racks on my car. Everything nicely sealed. It says BougeRV. And these are, okay, let's see what we have in the package. 2, 3, 4, and we got hardware, nicely packaged, with all the screws and tools that you need. 2 crossbars, feels very heavy, metal. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put all these parts in front of I'm gonna compare to the original. These are originals I took off from my Toyota, and this is the product we're gonna review and install in the vehicle. Once I unpackage these rails, they feel very heavy, just like the originals. Good quality aluminum construction. On the inside we have like this the inside support. So when you put a weight, it will give you support, like, you know, these inside railings. I don't know what you call it properly, but it's exactly the same way like just the original roof racks from Toyota. This was the rear, this was the front, and you have labels on each roof racks. They will point front, and so you'll know how to install it. Also, this part that's going to be attaching to the side and with bolts, there are markings. It says front left, and this part is made from very heavy aluminum casting aluminum, and looks like it has the right groove to go into the roof. See, these are the original ones. It's almost identical. This is a Toyota, and these are the Bouge. So let's get going. We're gonna assemble. Next step, what I did, I unscrewed these screws that were here. So you see, we have all the hardware kit in the package, and you have everything you need. The plastic key to open the roof racks and to close it, Allen wrench, bolts, everything you need to assemble this. Even these rubber padding, rubber gaskets, but they do feel a little bit thin and like kind of like not as thick quality, you know. And also you have here markings so you know how to install it on which side. And these are the plastic covers for your roof racks that goes on the side, and that's where the key goes. And I'll show you step by step. Let's go to the next step. All right, the first thing you do, find this crossbar with a sticker that says front, and point it like the arrow's pointing, like the front of the car. Let's say this way, the front of the car. Then find this part, and it says front left. So if you're sitting right here, the front of the car would be that way, and this is your front left, right? And what we do, there were the screws here, these bolts, take them off, and then you slide this part in. See, just like that, just like that. And this is the original one. That's how it looks. Next step, flip it over, and we're gonna put these screws in there. These bolts, gonna put them through. As you see, I'm threading the bolts in, and this is front left side. All right, so I finished putting securing the front left side. I put the bolts through and tighten the bolts. And there's a little space, just like the original one. There's a little space, but this space is a little bit less here. This one has a little bit more. Okay, the only way we're gonna find out if it all fits on the car, well, we're gonna have to install it. We're gonna try it. Now let's move to the right side. Remember, this is the front roof rack, as it shows you here. Front, the arrow's pointing forward. This is the front of the car, right? So now what we need to find, front right side. So I unpackaged the front right side, and it's also on the top. It says forward on this plastic. This is identical, like just the same like original roof rack. And as you see, there's a marking front right. So that would be this side. Remember, front of the vehicle. This would be this side. Now, I used this key that was supplied in the packaging, and I already opened this little lock. See the picture? Open and open. So now I can take this plastic piece off. Okay, I took this plastic piece off, front right, and now I'm gonna slide it into the roof rack. Next step is to put the screws here, and everything is supplied here. See these screws, and what I really like, that these screws don't have some funky pattern. That's you can use Allen wrench, but the original roof racks have like this star appearance. See? So let's do this. Let's put the screws through. Now here's a cool thing. So this can be adjusted. So when you install it on your roof, these roof racks, if something doesn't align, you can loosen up these bolts. You can adjust it and then tighten them up. I really couldn't do it on the original ones, but the original ones came already pre-adjusted. So that was kind of cool. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm just gonna tighten it lightly, and then we're gonna try putting it on the car, see if it's all aligns. Forgot to mention, this front left side, when you put the screws, this bracket cannot be pushed all the way flush with the roof rack. See, like also like just like on our original ones, you have space. But the right front side, you can push it all the way flush, you know, with this part. Okay, this is a rear crossbar roof rack, and it says rear when the arrow is pointing towards the front of the vehicle. So again, flip it over, pretend this is the front of the vehicle, towards the front, and work from there. And then we're gonna find the front right, right rear, and then the left rear. Okay, I open the package, and it says double R. See, RR, which means right rear, and this is how you install it. See, it says forward, so towards the forward of the vehicle. So you know this is how it's going to be pointing this way. This part is going to be the left rear, and this arrow pointing forward towards the forward of the car. And also there's casted ladders. So that's how it's going to go. Vehicle point, this is the front of the vehicle, just like the originals. But before I install it, I have to take the key, plastic key, and open it, disconnect this plastic part, unscrew these bolts, screws, bolts. Yeah, these are bolts, and just gonna put it together. This is each packaging comes with this plastic key, exactly like in the original roof racks. And this is like lock. This is locked. Actually, this is unlocked. And then you just pop this plastic out. Good quality material. I'm very, very impressed with how it's casted to the original specification. Feels good quality. I really do feel it's good, but we have to install it now. Okay, I took this plastic piece off, and then same thing I'm gonna do on the right rear using the same key, so we can open it up here. Okay, the right rear plastic is off, and now we have to take these bolts, unscrew these bolts, and we're gonna slide this part into the rear roof rack. What I did notice that when I took these bolts and screw these bolts, you see like some of the paint or whatever there is a little bit coming off, and I hope it won't start peeling over time, because then you have to spray paint the whole roof rack. This is the result when you take the bolts off. All right, right rear side, let's slide it in. And also look at the construction of this product. This is a rear roof rack. Inside it's very built strongly. The aluminum goes all through the inside of the roof rack, so when you put a kayak or whatever the load you have, it has a good structure. Nothing plastic. Feels very heavy. Feels almost identical to the original Toyota roof rack. Slide the piece in. Good. Flip it over, and obviously you need to put the screws back in. So the right rear side is ready. Let's move to the left rear side. Take the screw bolts off, and then put this piece in. And let me show you the original Toyota ones. Compare it. Yeah, it goes like this. Side by side. Toyota, from Toyota dealership, original from you know, it looks identical. So it looks identical, almost identical. Just the texture a little bit different. See, there's a little bit texture to the Toyota original roof rack, a little bit different. This is more smooth, but they both aluminum. And weight, about the same weight. All right, let's put that one on the side. Let's finish building this. Put the screws through, and let's move on. So just to point it out for you guys, this is a rear left side. See, this is towards the front of the vehicle that way. See, the arrows. Let's flip it over. So when I was putting these screws, in, as you see, when you go all the way to the end, like this screw, you don't need to adjust it, just tighten it. You know, I have to tighten this bolt too, but you will also have space on this side, so that's fine. You don't have to worry about it. You know, just tighten the screws all the way in. And also the difference on this aftermarket roof rack is this. It will tell you the right left side, right, like you see here, but on the original, you see there's a little arrow here pointing towards the front of the vehicle, so you know, towards the front of the vehicle. This one doesn't do that. Let's go on the other side. See, even on this side it doesn't show you towards the front of the vehicle, so you pretty much have only this sticker, you know. And then the original one, you have casted like right rear towards the front, so you know. All right, let's finish this job. I'm gonna tighten these bolts and we're gonna move on. Okay guys, these roof racks are ready to be installed on the vehicles. Let's look at some small differences. This company BougeRV, let's compare them to the original. One main thing, The original have a little bit different texture on the top. Very minor difference. A little bit rough surface here, you know. And these BougeRV, they feel smooth, very smooth. But the material quality is very good. Like it's very heavy. Like, I mean, not very heavy, but it feels heavy, good quality casted. Feels about the same weight. The original has a little bit different design, a little bit like this little extra groove here. I don't know, is it better for wind or I don't know. And these BougeRV, they don't have that. See, they don't have that. They're just smooth. Another thing that I've noticed, this part, these are the original ones, right? They have a little arrows casted on here, and so does these BougeRV. Actually, no, these don't have it. They don't have this little arrow. So it's kind of like you have to figure out, you know, which way is it? Where is it? To the front or to the rear? There's only letter here. See? Front, left. So you gotta figure it out how to install it. Well, I mean, it's common sense. When you try to install these on the car, on the roof, it won't go any other way. So because this whole piece sits into the rail, so you figure it out. It's not that hard. So another thing, these are the original plastics from Toyota dealership. They also have like little sign forward, so you know which way it's towards the front of the vehicle. Little warning side. It tells you about the capacity, maximum loading capacity. Let's look at these BougeRV. You also have a forward arrow. It tells you about maximum loading capacity. It says 180 pounds total load. That means each rail can hold 80 pounds. 80 pounds. See? Maximum 73 kilo total. 36.5 kilo per each. So each of these 80 pounds capacity. This one 80, this one. Total 160 pounds capacity. All right. I don't know if it makes a big difference. This plastic feels about the same like this one. Both molded, good. I don't care. I don't know if you care about on the inside. About the same, almost identical. There's no big difference. It's just some of these plastics, the little key likes to fall out. Like, see, this one is okay, but the other side, let me show you really quick. This key on this one likes to falling out. See, kind of loose, but that's okay. Not a big deal. And these rubber pieces. These are the aftermarket BougeRV. They kind of feel, I wouldn't say they feel cheap, but definitely not as thick rubber like on these original ones. Much thicker rubber on these. But that's okay, guys. That's all right. I mean, you can't tell the difference if you look at them. So now let's put these rubber pieces, these gaskets. It's pretty self-explanatory how to put them on. You know, you see like this round edge here. This round edge has to align with this, and then just push it through. This is the right rear roof rail. All right, forgot to point it out. You see this rubber piece, rubber padding, rubber gasket, whatever you call it. It also has lettering, so you know where it goes. Front, right. This is a front, and this is the right. So we install it. Like this. You know. Okay guys, so these roof rigs are ready to be installed on the vehicle. We're gonna go outside and we're gonna install them. Very easy process. But before, I just want to show you the difference between the bolts that I got. So these are the original bolts that came in. These are the original ones. I have like this kind of washer. And the aftermarket one from BougeRV, they look like this. The top is for Allen wrench, has washer and this kind of locking mechanism. So, and also the original bolt looked like a little bit bigger head, and it has this star shape thingy, which means turnover. And then this is towards the front of it. So this is the front. Let's do this. Alright, I'll get closer. Align that end right there and align it here. Make sure it's all sits nicely in the groove. Yeah, looks like it fit. And let's just finish that other side. The hole perfectly aligns, everything aligns. Alright, this is the left front side. Double check all the alignment. Make sure this hole aligns right here where you're going to put the bolt through. This is how you assemble this bolt. The washer goes on the bottom and this little thing goes touching the top of the bolt. See if it goes through. Perfect. This is the front right side. Same idea. Make sure it nicely goes through. This bolt has to go through. Take the Allen wrench, make sure it threads nicely. You see what I'm doing here? I left this side a little bit loose. Once we install everything, align everything, now you can tighten these bolts. Here is the front left, so we gotta go on that other side, driver's side. See? Front left. Align this key with this hole, just like this. It says forward, see? Forward. Align these little... Good. Take the key and lock it. There you go. Alright, this is a front right. Front right. Align this key like this. We secure this bolt on the inside. Align it. Good. Push this key straight forward, and then take your lock key and turn it. Done. Okay, here I am with my Allen tool. The right rear side getting secured. It goes nice and easy. There's no obstruction. It goes nice and smooth. That's how it's supposed to be. Tighten it up. Don't go too crazy. Don't over torque it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I installed these aftermarket roof racks on my Rav4 2019. This is my Rav4 2019. And they look and feel just like original. They look and feel just like original. The metal parts are good, molding is good, everything's good. And it was easy to install. There was no problems whatsoever. So center to center, about 34 inches. So my conclusion is this, pretty much great roof racks, almost identical to the original Toyota.